welcome everybody to the family tree. Put your hands together, family. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Y'all looking good. Y'all got y'all Wednesday faces on.
Yeah, man. That's right, buddy.
I don't know what Tuesday looks like.
Don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it.
I know what Wednesday looks like. It looks good. All right, we're going to get started. And Big B, I'm going to roll this music down.
All right.
So we can bring the folks down. All right.
Yep.
Bring it on down. Bring it on down.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be just like you, boy. A DJ in the house.
Oh, we had some good soul music. There you go.
Yo, man, that's cool. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Want to come off of here? I'm doing good, man. Doing good, buddy. How you can you see everything right there?
Yeah, I see. I got everybody in the house now. Man.
All right, everybody's in the house. I want to welcome everybody to the family tree. This is the place, where we get together and we call it the family tree. Is this the first time you join this? Welcome. We gather around the tree and we call it the tree because it's the place where the great meeting place happens, where we call the ancient laurel customs of the ancient laurel trees. Yes, that means that the ancient laurel trees is where we got around to talk about questions, concerns, issues with the tribe, with the people, any problems, and most importantly, prayer. Because that's where we have the things we call social security.
I know
gotta
that's
say
right.
it social security. That means it's not a check. Your security is your family. So with that being the case, we enjoying you to the conversation. If you have a question, concern on your heart, mind, you want to answer and ask to the tree, you want to go down to the reaction bar where you see the little heart down there. You click on that, raise your hand like Big B up there.
Yeah, buddy.
When you raise your hand, we'll try to get to you. You'll put yourself in queue. And then if you have hey, you may not want to get in queue and might not want to show your face. So you guess what? Go down and you can click on the area where it says you can put in a chat box. You can put in the chat. And then we got Prophetess, a.k.a. Fingers.
In the house,
a.k.a. Fingers. And she will grab your question and concern, bring it forth, or she may even answer it. Let me tell you,
Facebook
check it before she can actually get the question answered before you probably even leave your lips.
I tell you, she's good at it too, boy. I'm telling you. So we playing.
And if you're someone that may be calling by phone, if you're calling by phone and you may have missed the prompt where it tells you how to raise your hand, no worries. Just let us know you're calling by phone and we'll try to get you in. We can't answer all the questions and we are time restriction tonight. So we want to make sure we get everybody. So if you can't, Big B will give you the information on how you can send the question in and we'll try to get it. And some of them don't be too long. If they're not too long, I can get them, but not that sometimes you just need an assessment. Come on in and get assessment. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
With that being the case, I want to give our first, we say host with the most.
Look
Big
out.
Big Bill, 1L Morgan. Let's give him a hand, y'all. Come on, Big B.
I need to say, you having too much fun on that.
I know. You having too much fun. Man, it looks like you under the palm tree, man. That's what it looks like.
Don't tell him, man. I tried to snuck out, but couldn't get too far.
All right, I hear you. What's up, buddy? How you doing over there?
You know what? Got no complaints today, man. It was actually pretty warm over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was actually pretty warm over. Matter of fact, it's still warm over here.
Are you kidding, man?
Yeah, man.
It's freezing over
here. No, man, it's still warm over here.
It's cold over here. It's cold.
Well, I see. See, that's because we put up a great big fence between Jersey and Pennsylvania. I said, ain't none of that cold weather coming over here, boy.
I really believe that. What's up, buddy? So what's going on, man? We got still things we got to watch out for. With the measles actually having a problem with, of course, the Texas thing. And we're keeping a track on, of course, the flu season is fading out. But what are our latest numbers, Big B?
Yeah, man, our early indicators right now, Dr. P, with test positivities for, well, we're looking at from this time last year, it's gone down just a hair. Actually, from last week, we're at 3.6%. Okay. And excuse me, for the emergency department visits, that's also gone down just a hair at 0.6%. Okay. And our hospitalization rates that's at per 100,000. That's also gone. That's gone down quite a bit. It was in the twos last week, and now it's at 1.8%. Wow. And our death rate, Dr. Oh, that's our big one, man. Death rate, but we actually dropped off as well, down to 0.7%, my friend. So you know what? I am not going to complain, even though we got the measles and stuff. Look, hey guys, there's a positive place somewhere. So just keep rocking with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So we are doing well. You know, we are getting through this change of seasons.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, we try to get everyone on point where, you know, are you doing the proper things? And if you've been cleansing every change of seasons, like we talk about here, you know that, you know, you're feeling better. Usually before people even come in, they already say, I know what I'm feeling, Doc. I don't care what your numbers say. I'm feeling good. So that's where we want you to feel. The barometer of health is you. All right. So I want to keep everyone and say, hey, let's keep each other in prayer. Keep up on what you got to get done. You know, jaws and paws.
Amen.
Yourself clean. Right. Watch your environment when you go out. And especially on those places of public places like shopping carts, gas tanks, doorknobs, you know, things like that. Just make sure you're clean and clear. All right. All right. We're going to open up the lines now. We're going to say this is the place where we get into starting off testimonies. You know, everyone knows I love testimonies because testimonies go a long way. And with that, it can help somebody because somebody may be about to go into a storm. Some people in a storm. Some people coming out of a storm. No matter what, there's a testimony along the way. We've had some riveting testimonies in the last weeks or so, and they just seem to get better, Big B.
I know that's right.
You know, buddy. Sometimes I look back and I think about some of the past shows and I say, wow, you know, these are some amazing things are happening with, you know, the way, you know, the testimonies are going about and people are getting well. So with that being the case, I want to open up the line. Do you have anything on your heart and mind you want to share with the family? We encourage you along your journey. So officially, Big B, the floor is open.
The floor is open.
The floor is open. Anyone have a testimony?
Anybody gets testimony? Come on.
I started off. I have a serious testimony.
Okay, what you got, Mark?
I have a new walk that I just post. Look at that right leg. I got that under control, and God just been good. I had told you all last week that I will be doing a perfect walk, and I've done it. I hope you can find it, Dr. Paul.
Okay,
so everybody can see it.
Where's your walk? Is it on your page?
It's on Facebook. I just posted.
Okay, let me see if I can grab it real quick while we're doing that. And so tell folks what's going on. Set us up for this. How this been going for you?
It's as far as me.
Yeah, how when you're walking.
Things is working up. I'm still exercising crazy. I have to in order to get better. I have another walk better than the one I just displayed. And this thing just keeps getting better. I have no other choice.
Okay.
God's been blessing me beyond my wildest dreams. What just happened to me?
Okay.
I just disappeared. Oh, I'm back.
Don't worry, we got you.
And
okay. Well, I just found it, Mark. Hold on. Let me put you on, okay? All right. Let me see here. And y'all let me know if you can see it.
All in red.
There you go. That's it.
There you go.
Some theme music with your walk, Mark.
That's right.
Watch that right leg.
It's gonna rock now.
You got boots on the ground.
Look at
10 toes down. 10 toes down.
10 down.
Look at that man walking. Look at that man walking.
Attention AFC members and guests, the time is 10:50 and they close in 10 minutes.
Look at that right leg.
Wow. That's good, Mark. That's really good, buddy.
Yeah.
Pretty good, wasn't it?
That was really good. Woo! Nice.
Mark, you are getting better, buddy. You are really doing well.
And left the cane behind.
I know that's right.
Yes, I did.
Mark said, don't be messing with me. We think this is Wednesday.
You're looking good, Mark.
Looking good, Mark.
You're straightening out, buddy. I mean, really,
yes,
you are really straightening out.
Go, Mark.
And I got to walk better than that.
It's
coming out
soon.
soon.
Working at it.
All right, Mark. You're looking good,
That's
buddy.
it.
Nice. So
Hey!
done.
Man,
A
looking
wonderful
good,
job,
man.
Facebook peeps. God
That's
bless
what's up,
you.
man.
A perfect
Yay.
walk, better than the one I
All
did
right,
before.
Mark. Way to go.
Yes,
God
sir.
keeps blessing me, but I have
All
no
right. Blessings.
room for improvement with this walk. Trust in the Lord.
Beautiful.
Lean not to my own understanding.
Well,
Thank you. That's it. I'm done.
I think he said,
And I
I'm
went
done.
to
All right,
and
bro.
I
Let's
went to
get.
water. I went to water to get my hair cut.
You got your
well,
hair.
amen.
Got it trimmed.
Everybody, come off mute for
Just
Mark.
showing
Mark,
off.
congratulations, buddy.
Yes, I am.
Congratulations, Mark.
Precisely.
Good job, Mark.
Congratulations.
Mark. God bless you always.
God
Congratulations, Mark.
bless you.
Good job,
I'm so
Congratulations,
Mark. Don't
Mark.
give
happy.
up.
Good
I am so
intention,
happy.
intentions.
Yes, yes. And
Just keeps
Yeah,
getting
man.
better.
Yeah, man.
and let me remind you, family. Let me remind the family that they told this man that he would never walk again, and that he was 3 weeks away from being in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah, yeah,
got
yeah.
me? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Uh-huh.
Hallelujah.
They told him he would be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. And yet this man is doing what he has to do. See,
Believe.
it's the belief of what can you do. It's
Yes.
you, you know. And but here's where the shout point comes. How many people would have listened to that test,
Too many.
to that message that somebody told him? How
Mm-hmm.
many
Too many.
people, how many would have or have listened to that and are maybe wheelchair brown right now because they didn't keep that going? So it's the
Mm-hmm.
power of faith. It's the power of not wanting to give up and not letting somebody else hold your destiny by the words that are in
Amen.
their mouth. Got it? Only God is the author
Amen.
and finisher of your faith. Got
Yes,
it?
sir, buddy. Amen.
So you got to remember that. You know, nobody gets to say the last word except for God. Got it? So Mark, you are doing it, brother. I mean, I can't say anything else other than continue to do the work, brother. You know, because
I
I
have
can't
to.
wait to your testimony when you can put this in a book form and show
Well,
somebody.
Yes.
ain't that the truth?
Yes.
Woo! What a
Yes.
Yes, sir,
testimony
man.
you are
Yes.
saying. You're saying it now.
Yes.
But I can't,
Yes.
you know, what you are saying for those that have very similar conditions of multiple sclerosis, you're speaking volumes, man. You're
Mm-hmm.
speaking
Mm-hmm.
volumes. And, you know, just for some people to have a portion of what you're able to do right now, they
Yes,
wish
sir.
for that. I mean, that's who I sit in front of, who can't move anymore.
Yes,
Can't,
man.
you know, I mean, you are saying volumes. So congratulations, my brother. I'm proud of you. All right.
And not only that, Dr. Paul, when I was in therapy for my shoulder, they said I had to get a shoulder replacement.
Right.
And when it happened, I could have sworn I was doing some remarkable improvement. But this therapist told me, "Oh, you're not doing well. I don't think we need to cut this short." And see, I could have pushed the issue even further. But I knew for a fact, go to AFC Aquahab, get your shoulder right. And that's what I did. I did not listen to those negative behind people. I can't do
Yes.
that no more.
Yeah, there you
That's right,
go.
man.
Can't do that.
You
And I
got it.
could do, look at this, this the shoulder that they said I had to get
Go
replaced.
ahead, man. Move that shoulder, man. Go ahead, man. Move
Look
that
out, look
You
out,
know
look
what
out.
I mean? It's still sore, but I can deal with that. That's why you go to
Come
exercise
on,
to
Mark.
get
Move
better.
that shoulder again, man. Let me see that again, man. Move that shoulder.
You know I can't take it. I
I
can't take
can't
it.
take it no
Take
more.
Mark.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. See,
Great
see.
I've
job.
been blessed by the best, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
I have.
sir. I know
Y'all.
that's right.
Yes.
See, Mark.
Boy, see, is it, what is it? Like the song say, you can't touch this.
That's right. That's right.
Can't touch it.
Awesome.
Do, 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 do.
Don't worry, Big B.
Can't touch
Yeah,
it.
but
When I see him, I'm gonna punch him in the arm and see it's really working.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so
all
much,
right.
Mark.
Okay.
All right,
Appreciate the love, y'all.
all right.
Anybody else? Anyone else got
Anybody else have a
have a testimony?
testimony? Anyone have a
Hi,
testimony?
this is Jackie.
Hey,
Hey,
Jackie.
Jackie.
Hello. So it's been a little while. I wanted to do it last week, but I didn't get an opportunity. But I'm not Muslim, but during Ramadan, I always do no sugar. So this
Mm.
time around, I did no sugar and then for 30 days. And then after that, I went and got my blood work done. Everything was good
Mm.
except for one number. And I wanted to ask you about it. My uric acid is low. It's supposed to be in between 3.0 and 7.2, and mine's is 2.6. What does that say if my uric acid is low?
Well, again, it's all imbalance. Okay. So whenever you have whether the uric acid is out of balance, it goes back to what is your pH balance? That's what I would ask. Have you been testing yourself?
No, I haven't.
Okay, that's where you would go. See, the balance of the entire body goes back to the greatest source of energy in the universe, which is hydrogen. Got it? So if you're testing your pH, that usually will tell you right there. Make sure you're balancing your greens. Are you doing your greens? Well,
Yes.
you were fasting though, right?
Yeah.
See,
Yep.
that's the reason why that was uric was off, because you're fasting. You're coming out of
Oh.
fasting. That's a large part of it right there. When you're fasting, your body is using reserves from one part to suffice others. It believes you starving. You got it? So that's
Okay.
when the ketone levels go up. And ketone says, we starving. So we're going to start burning fat for energy. Got it? So that's where, ketones would really kick up high. But that's for spiritual purposes, of course. So
Right.
once you can get an accurate number, that was not a good time to get your accurate numbers for lab reports, not especially when you're doing, fasting and things like that. I would wait till you've leveled off before you get back. Once you finish fasting, you get back into a regular routine, then you can get your numbers, and those will probably be closer to your real numbers.
Gotcha. Okay.
Got it?
Thank you.
Okay, sounds
You
good.
bet.
But first, let's give her a hand, y'all. Let's give her a hand.
Indeed,
That's right.
most definitely.
Let's give
Good
Jackie
job.
J a
Jackie, way to go,
hand.
Jack.
Jackie.
Congratulations, kiddo.
Way to go,
Indeed,
Jack.
indeed,
Way to
indeed.
go.
So makes it work. Makes it work.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great stuff. Great stuff. Keep it up, y'all. Everything counts. Whether you crawl,
Yeah.
you're walking,
And you're right.
or you're running.
Well, don't you know?
That's right. No matter which way you are,
That's right. You got to
All
do it.
right.
Just put the work in. Anybody else? Anybody else for testimony?
Anybody else for
Anybody else?
testimony? Anybody else?
Okay.
Anybody have anything interesting happen to them this week? All right. I can tell y'all, I can speak on that a little bit. I had folks coming in from all over the country this week. I was like, this is people were coming in from Florida, North Carolina, Texas, California. Everybody was coming in this week. Boy, I was like, what's going on?
Well, that's a good thing.
Yes, it was a good thing. Very good thing. People were coming in and people are making the trip, y'all. I think, that Lou Rawls story's kind of said a lot. Because Lou, I'm going to have Lou on probably one of the weekends on the weekend, because that story about the prostate really,
man,
is really powerful. Speaks volumes that someone would travel that distance, say, look, I'm going to get my healing no matter what. So, shout outs to Lou. All right.
Whatever
Lou
it takes,
Rawls,
man.
all right?
Whatever it takes.
All right. Anybody else? If not, we're going to go to questions and going once.
I have a question over here on the side. If no one else is
going
coming
once. Anyone
Okay.
have any testimonies? If not, we
Anybody?
can go in on and get that. Right. Yes, go ahead and get a testimony. Go get your questions. First
All
question.
right, this is from Cheryl. She said, last week's family tree sessions, Paul, you stated that if one has high blood pressure, to stay away from oils. Does that mean heart healthy oils like omega-3s, flaxseed, chia seed, etc.? I was taking a chia seed capsule daily, but stopped since last Thursday.
No. They're mixing up the difference. Yeah, that's the
Listen,
difference.
Cheryl.
Okay,
I'm
so
listening.
these are healthy. Those are healthy oils. When we're talking about the oils, we're talking about the refined oils. Got it? Refined would be the oils like the canola oil, corn oil, the vegetable oil, the peanut oil. They're highly saturated and they're hydrogenated. Got it? These oils have been stripped and they've been destroyed. So when that happens, gets in your system, gunks up the liver. Got it? Then throws off the cholesterol. It throws off the balance of cholesterol, high density, low density. So when you start to do oils, you're doing things like pumpkin seed oil. You're doing like flaxseed oil. Those are good. Those are the good ones. Okay.
Even avocado oil.
All of them, if they're unrefined, the minerals in there.
It's hard to find an unrefined avocado oil. If you can make a suggestion, I would be happy.
Well, what you're looking for? Let me tell you what you're looking for. Okay, when you're looking at the brands, the keywords are unrefined, but most of them don't put unrefined. They'll usually have something like first cold press, or expeller press. Those are the two things that you would look for. First cold press or expeller press. Somewhere on the labeling on the back, they usually will say it. So you want to look for those. So if you don't see unrefined, or sometimes it'll even say refined. So you want the what? Unrefined. Because who's the converters? Who's the processor? Who's the converter? We are. Got it? So you don't want something already converted. So that's why those oils are the good oils. A lot of those are oils that the body says, I can understand them, I can balance them because the nutrients is in them. Got it? So that's the difference. So to stay away from refined oils. Yeah, don't stay away from them. You stay away from the bad ones. Don't mess with, you can mess with the good ones now. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Cheryl.
you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All righty. And let's see who else we got here.
There was one over here on Facebook. Hold on one second, Dr. P.
All righty. Anyone on Facebook side? Prophetess, you see anything on Facebook side? Is there any on Facebook?
I have not.
Okay. Anybody on Facebook? I want y'all to jump on.
No, not right yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just take them as they come through.
Okay.
And we can go to the top if you want, Big B.
All right. Yeah, let's go to Nitha right up at the top. Nitha?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well.
Oh, okay. First of all, I just want to, and grand risings to everyone. I want to make mention to the young lady talking about the oils. It's very difficult to find unrefined oils in your local supermarkets, but Sprouts, Whole Foods, you can usually find them. And I just ordered some Moroccan oil because it was hard for me to find Moroccan, but I just ordered some off of Amazon. So,
Yeah.
I only shop in the organic, healthy stores. I don't shop in the other stores, and it's hard to find the word unrefined.
Well,
with avocado oil, with the avocado. That's it.
Oh, well, see, I find other ones in Sprouts, and maybe because I'm in Florida here, I don't know.
I go to Sprouts as well.
Yeah,
now,
remember the key word. Right. Now, here's the key word now. Remember, first cold press. Expeller press. That's what you want to look for.
Right.
Got it? That's the key word. That's the one thing you got to look for. First cold press, expeller press. They usually always give the process for how it's done. That's what that is. And remember what first cold press is. Remember, I want to press this oil one time. And if I do it, I want to do it cold, because if I do it with heat, see, I could pound press, but I'm creating heat. And if heat is present, heat dissipates minerals. Got it? So I'm going to lose my mineral nutrient out of the oil. So if I do it one time, cold, first time, press. Got it? And then that is also expeller press, is a twisting form of a press. So it's slow and twisting, which means that's another form. So look for those things, and you should be able to find them, okay? And then,
I even look in Weaver's Way, but now I'll look for the different wording.
Yeah, I think you're looking for the wording. That's what you're looking for, okay? And also another thing to do is when you see oils, and if you're doing comparisons of just looking at the oils, the lighter oils are refined. They're always going to refine. The minerals are always going to be the darker of the oils if you have the ability to see it, okay? So that'll be some of the hints that you can take a look at. All right.
Dr. Paul, just quick about that olive oil. It should have cold press and expeller press.
Sometimes it'll have one or the other, not both. It'll just have one or the other.
Now I've seen cold pressed, and it does say refined on it as well.
First cold press. If it says refined, then you don't want it. That's two processes. Got it?
Okay.
So you just, if it's refined of anything, leave it alone. Got it?
So just by it being cold pressed is not enough. It has to have.
Yeah, but you just did it. They just took it through 2 cycles. Okay. See, they just first cold press, then they refined it. That's it. That should have canceled everything.
Gotcha.
To you, that means everything is gone. Got it? By them, the word refine means take out. That's it. That's it. It's gone. So what your body would normally be doing, which is your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys, which is grabbing that and processing and taking the nutrients, it's already done. So that would take the place of your liver. So a refiner is literally like your liver. Isn't that amazing?
Have you heard of perilla oil?
Perilla.
Uh-huh.
Was that a brand?
I think it's just I don't know if it's a brand or not, but it's Perrilla. Oh, some doctor was talking about it today, so I don't know.
Yeah, if you show it to me, I could take a look at it. Just kick it over to me, okay?
Dr. Paul, I'm showing a bottle of cold pressed avocado oil, and I get it from Acme.
Yeah, it's in the very unusual places. I found it in some very interesting places. I found some good oil right in where did I find some oil?
Walmart.
Well, yeah, Walmart will have some
Walmart
good
has
oil.
one. I
Absolutely.
learned that on
Max,
your show.
Marshalls, Burlington, those stores. They have
Burlington,
all the healthy.
Yeah, Walmart has a good one.
You'll be surprised. But see, here's where the science and the knowledge comes in. You got to know better. But anything that cancels everything out is when you see something that says refined. Got it? If it's refined, that means it's gone. You know, no longer a good oil is all the nutrients is out of it. It's no longer a nutrient. It actually been degenerated. Okay? All right?
Okay, my question. It may be a testimony, but I need to clarify something first. Now, I do neem every season, and I know that's the blood cleanser. Does it always? What cleanses? Does that cleanse the liver as well?
Oh, the neem?
Yes.
Yeah, the neem does everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
that neem does everything.
Kidneys.
Yeah.
And I know the dandelion I take that does kidneys. Does that do liver as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I started I've been taking the neem seasonally. I just finished it, so I'll start again. But I've been taking neem for about, I guess, the 3 years. Well, since I've known you, so it's been 3 to 4 years. And I started with the dandelion root in 23 because I started getting some lymphedema swelling. So that helps take care of that. However, I always look at my skin and I look at everything. I assess myself a lot. I used to notice on my upper arms and in the lower the white spots. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that has something to do with liver.
Excuse me, Diane, can you mute yourself, please?
Okay. Well, I have noticed less spots now.
All right, that's right. That's the testimony, Nita. Yes, it is. That is. So everybody well, first of all, before you go any further, that's everybody give her a shout right there.
Yep.
All right, shout out.
Very good, Nita.
That is it, Nita. That's it.
Well, I kind of figured that. I said, oh, I need these blood spots. I must have a liver problem, but it is fading away. And I said, I gotta ask now, is that neem affecting my liver as well? So
yes, it is. See, the issues with neem, which makes it so good, is that it's the bitters. You know, it's a bitter. And that's one of those miracle trees that we talk about. You know, when I truly believe that that's one of the ones the Bible speaks about. It said when the trees are for the healing of the nations. Because there's some trees that just have just that little bit more oomph that was to them. And you know, I mentioned to y'all what the lore of neem was. Did I ever mention that to y'all? What the lore or the stories of neem were?
Talk to us.
Come on, y'all. I remember. Somebody remember this. Come on now. The reason I tell y'all the story so we can remember them. I got to earn for that.
Yeah, that's because we say you got hand. We don't. It seeps out.
All right. Well, the lore of the neem tree is that when God was blessing and sent the angels down to plant all the trees and all the life of plants, on the earth, the angel was actually going back up, and had his bag of blessings on his shoulder. But as he was flying up, he stumbled and he flipped back and threw a little bit extra on that tree.
Look out now. Well.
So the Lord See, now you're never going to forget this now. See, you'll never forget it. So the whole concept is that if you plant a neem tree in your garden, you will have luck all the days of your life because neem actually feeds all life itself. How about that?
How about that?
So that's why you can go to places like India and everybody has a neem tree in their back. You got it? So it's antimicrobial. This is where it gets into that liver, Neetha. The antimicrobial aspect means that it deals with everything. That means anti-inflammatory is the side effect of it. It means it shuts down all of that nonsense. Very highly alkaline. Antioxidant properties, wound healing, skin healing, insect repellent. You know, that's one of the #1 insect repellents on the planet. You know, very good for when things that are so stubborn that you can't get rid of, you put some neem on it and all of a sudden it seems to go away.
Wow. Okay.
You know, you remember when we were having the issues with scabies? Well, if you ever have any issues with scabies where scabies, if you know what they are, they're insects that literally, we say it's an insect, but it's really like a parasite that literally burrows in your skin and it makes like lines. So if you ever see like something like a rash on your body somewhere and it's tracking like a line, that's scabies. That's the sign of scabies, right? So literally this thing is eating your flesh. It's eating a line in your flesh. And as it eats in the lines, it defecates at the same time. That's why it's hard to get rid of.
Right. Okay.
All the way up till you put some neem on it. When you put some neem on it, you just shut him down because he breathes on the outside of his surface just like a tick. So when you put that on there, he suffocates, can't breathe. See you later. He's gone. Got it? So that's why it's a very powerful for skin, for parasites, for cleaning the intestines. That's why Gandhi had it. Remember? When when everybody thought Gandhi was fasting, you remember when he was fasting in the prisons, you saw pictures of Gandhi in there and they said, poor thing, he just got a house coat on and he just sitting there with no clothes half on and he's sitting there with a glass of water and a big bowl of leaves. Well, guess what those leaves were?
Have mercy.
There you go. There you go.
Have mercy.
What kind of neem? Should it be herbal or the oil? What type?
Well, it can be in different forms. As long as you get the neem leaf, you can break it down, dry it out, break it down into a powder, and you can take it in any form.
Yeah.
You know, you can take it in any form. So I love the neem oil. It has a smell. If you don't know, it has a certain smell to it.
Is it pungent?
It's a pungent smell. Yes, very pungent. You know, but let me tell you, very effective. So if you put that in combination with wound healing, things that are just really stubborn, trying to get to, and then put a little castor oil with that, that'll push it right into the skin. Yeah. Powerful. Powerful.
Mine does have a smell, but I take the tablets. And I'm going to get the neem oil, you know, that I know it's good for wound healing. The other thing I just want you to clarify, because other family tree members may not be aware of this. I happened to have a conversation with someone and they were getting herbs and supplements confused. They said, oh, I take my herbs. And I said, what are you taking? And they talk about the vitamins. And I said, well, those aren't herbs. Those are herbs. Those are supplements.
Those are supplements. That is correct. Okay. That is correct.
I said, well, I'll just bring that up because, you know, people use those terms interchangeably.
Yes.
And I'm a person that listen to your words, and words are important to me. So you got to get your wording right.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Neither you spot on. As always, you are spot on. Now, here's the gist of this, how this breaks down. Remember, when you have supplements, it's supplemental. is supplementing. Usually they've done something. They've either separated, isolated, or divided it from its main source. Got it? So, for example, you got a magnesium or you have a potassium. These are supplementals that people are adding to their food because they feel like I have a supplemental issue. I have a deficiency in that thing. But here's the problem. The problem is you just took away the science of nutrients because that thing, whether it's potassium or magnesium, did not work by itself.
Yes.
Got it? Nothing works by itself. Everything in the human body works as an organization, a group, a corporation, as a family. You got it? So only when that works as a family is it going to work for you. So when you separated the supplement, which is the magnesium or that potassium, you abandoned it from its family. Yep, that's what it is. You abandon it from his family. And then that's why some people say, well, I got my potassium, but it don't seem like it's working. Because the potassium is like, see, I told y'all. Y'all got me out here by myself.
I know that's right.
I work with my family. You understand?
Yeah.
Again, this is people taking away God's principles of holistic health. Nothing works in the human body by itself. Think about it. Nothing works by itself. Everything has a family. It's a corporation. It's a dance. That's what your amino acids. For every amino acid, it has its counter. What is that? Male and female. I'm gonna keep talking. I might bring some more male and female out on y'all today to see if y'all remember that. That's y'all favorite game. I know that's y'all favorite game.
No, it goes this way. Here it comes. It goes this way. I'm not sure which way it goes. And maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Which one's male, which one's female? I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out.
Boy.
What's breathing in? I'm breathing in, that's what? Male or female?
Female.
That sounds like herb. That was herb. That
sounds like female. That's female breathing in.
Come on, Mark. Is that female? Are you sure?
Female.
Okay. Dr. Eloise says female. Everybody ride with Dr. Eloise and Mark?
They must.
Yeah, I see female also.
Who's going to ride against these guys? And we got one. I got two.
That's it. No more.
Who says we know? Some of y'all said I ain't getting in this game.
I'm scared. I ain't getting in there. I'm scared.
So you're right.
It's very close to yin and yang, too.
Yes, it is. It's yin and yang. Yeah, absolutely. It's always male-female system, male-female principle, because we live in a duat system, which means it's all around us is male-female. You go to the light, you click the light on, you click it off. One's male, one's female, right? You step on the gas pedal, you hit the brake. One's male, one's female. I'm walking down the street. Everything around us is male, female. So when you get those principles, you know that imbalance is dis-ease. Woo! Of what? Male and female principles. That's it. That's simple as that. If you break it down to the last compound, that's what it comes down to. It's simply ones and zeros. Yep. Okay.
And
Thank
Dr.
you, Nita.
Paul, just one other thing, quick. You were talking about it last week, and it was almost at the end of the program because someone had brought up the magnesium, and I just want to say that many of us, a lot of us, a high percentage of us, are really deficient in magnesium. And if you think about it, because I do a lot of thinking, I said, okay, if most of us are deficient in magnesium, which we need to take. Many of us also are taking high blood pressure medicine because you are deficient in magnesium. And if Clarenda Burton's on the line, because Burton Shannon, if she's on the line, she will attest to this. If a female pregnant going into labor, and she may happen to be pre-eclamptic, if she goes into labor and going to the hospital, and if her blood pressure is high, they give her magnesium to bring it down. That makes you go, oh, okay. Then why don't doctors do tests and see that most of us are low in magnesium and give us? instead of giving you blood pressure medicine. Well, we know what that is. It's all about money.
Yep. And I'm going to take it one more level. I'm going to go one more level deep with that. Thank you, Neetha. You're spot on as always. You remember I tell you about the pesticides and the chemicals in the soil. See, it's changing the nature of the soil. It's making soil acidity. You got it? And when soil acidity happens by the oversaturation of nitrogen in the soil, you're going to deplete the magnesium of the plant. Simple as that. So nutrient imbalance, microorganism changes the soils. You're going to have not the ability for the plant to pull nutrients as it's supposed to because it's not able to pull anything because the soil has been destroyed. I tell you what goes back to, you remember I showed y'all that video about how the worms are being destroyed?
Yeah, buddy.
Because they're the ones, the worms are what makes it all happen.
Isn't that the truth?
Ain't that something? The worms make it all happen. And these soils, these pesticides and fertilizers and things are destroying it. But guess what you can do to add to your soil? What's one of the best things you can add as a rich fertilizer to your soil?
Magnesium.
Guess what?
Magnesium.
Right, but what? But what? What is a good magnesium?
Epsom salt.
Epsom salts.
In the water.
No, you can add
plants.
Epsom salts. That's right.
Magnesium sulfate.
There you go. There you go. Add it directly to the soil and it'll get a dark green. And that means that dark green is that high hydrogen. That's what's going to give you that high alkalinity. And that what? Lowers blood pressure. Wow. Wow.
Hey, Dr. Paul, you know what? Let me say this. Here I go, one of my crazy things, right? We're walking around on a great big male-female principle called the Earth.
That's right.
You do that, right? That great big magnetic force that's in the center of this Earth. It's male and female, guys.
You got it.
Were we not created from the dust of the ground?
That's right.
We are what it is, male and female, yin and yang, one against the other. Shut up, Bill Morgan.
The essence of magnetism itself.
Yes, my point.
The laws of attraction.
Yes, sir.
All based on what? Male and female.
Yep.
Male and female. You know how you just have some people have a magnetic attraction to some people and they repel other people.
I know that's right.
I'm about to start something, BP. I better stop.
Here we go. Good Google.
Dr. Paul, just to let you know that the magnesium also helps your bowel tract.
Yes, it does. It's going to help everything because it's going to keep. Why is it going to happen? Do that? What? Because it's put the energy back into the gut. That's when I tell everybody when they say they got constipation. I say you better get you some what? What do they give you when you got constipation? That magnesium
citrate magnesium.
There you go. Now you're catching it. Got it? It's energy present can only move. Got it? Energy present can only move because you got to give life. You got to, in order to get life, you got to start with life. Dead can't bring you life. So stop eating dead food. You got it? That's the key. Y'all get it. Y'all got it.
Man, I'm telling you.
We your students.
Yeah, you got it. Y'all smart too. I'm going to tell you. Y'all got some
we learn from
questions.
the best. You know, we learn from the best.
Yep, God is good.
Yeah.
Perfect system created by a genius. That's right.
I know that's right.
Okay, who else we got here? Who else is going there?
Cal Moody. Calvin Moody.
Brother Calvin.
Hey, how you doing, Dr. Paul, Bill, Family Tree? How y'all doing?
Oh, we're doing good, buddy.
I wanted to ask you about watermelon.
Watermelon?
I have a green tester. Yeah, I know. Like the last couple of years, you've been saying, like, with the watermelon, don't do the watermelon because of the pesticides and the nitrates. So, would it be an issue aside from nitrates if you get watermelon? Other types of pesticides you have to deal with.
I missed the question. What were you asking?
Well, because now we're going into the spring and what have you, I'm starting to see watermelon. Now, I love watermelon. Watermelon is good for men. It's good for your prostate. And, vitamin C and all that. So I'm wondering if I take my little tester and I go into the store and, I'm going to like dab it in there to see if it has any kind of nitrates. So, I'm going to
feel a little guilty.
There you go, Calvin.
Hey, Calvin, you feeling a little guilty, man?
Well, I remember in the past, like I've gotten watermelon, and I had to throw it out because like I didn't bring my tester with me when I, went to the store. Just
Right.
wasting my money.
Yeah. So you remember I told you what what I was saying. I think which is healthy, because like I said, I don't want y'all going in there jabbing everything and then messing up the whole
Right.
department.
Yeah.
So if you plan on purchasing it, got it, test it.
Okay.
And if it's high, then alert the produce manager. Let them know.
Okay.
Some of them
Yeah.
don't know, and you're teaching. Now, when you know, you teach. When you're teaching somebody that don't know, you become the teacher. You got it? So that's why you got to show them this. Say, hey, man, you might want to buy one of these. So this will help you with your food coming back.
There you go. Yes, sir.
So now you can pick the best vendors that bring this and say, look, if he starts to now say, look, man, from the time before we purchase from our vendors, we're going to make them mandatory test this stuff for nitrates.
There you go. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
That's a good one, man. See, you're putting them on alert. A lot of them are not educated. They just, hey, see, I just work here. I just work here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just put the stuff out, make sure it don't go bad.
There's your tester right there, Mikhail.
Got it?
Yeah.
So
I want to ask you something else.
Yep.
Like you were saying, like a couple of weeks ago, I think it was
What
on the
make and
weekend
model is that one?
Burdock and dandelion. So out in the park here in Philly, out in the park, do they spray those things like burdock and dandelion? Or is that stuff sprayed?
I would go deep in the Fairmount Park to get that. If you're going to take any out of Fairmount Park, go deep. They're not going to spray deep. Yeah, they're not spraying deep. Yeah, that's wild. So you can get burdock. You can get nettle out there. You can get cherry bark. The cherry bark syrup that we get. Yep, there's a lot of cherry bark out there. There's a lot of raspberry.
Wow.
A lot of everything is out in Fairmount Park. I'm trying to tell y'all, when y'all go do this, we're gonna have a walk. I'm gonna set up this year a family tree walk with El Hagan.
El Hagan. That man is a genius.
So I want everybody. I want everybody to experience a weekend when we're going to do a family tree, specifically family tree. That's what we're going to do. Those that are, interested. I know those that are living in Florida and all that, we can maybe stream live for y'all. We'll do y'all the favor streaming live, because we can do that. We can do that. We can stream live. Wouldn't that be good, Dakolia? Yeah, she said
great.
We can stream live, and this, we'll go through the forest or Fairmount Park, and you can experience what we experience all the time. You can learn so much by just a nature walk. Let me give you an example. Let me give you one that blew my mind. So we're deep in Fairmount Park, right? Because Fairmount Park is not small, y'all. It's one of the largest parks in the country, right?
Yes.
And we were walking through, and we were doing water, and we were talking about dowsing. Y'all know what dowsing is? Anybody know what dowsing is?
No.
With the wine.
Yeah, with the wine,
They would do it in the cowboy movies.
Right. Who doesn't know what dowsing is? I want to talk to somebody who don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. What does that mean?
Okay, dowsing is actually the way ancient farmers found water on their land. And it's taking the principles of male, female, right? And you could take a stick, and it's like like a stick, right? One side was what? Male, one side female, because you are the conductor. You are the conductor, right? Male, female principle, left side, right side. And if you take that wand in the middle, as you walk over the land, when you're walking over the land, when the stick starts to go down,
that's what that is.
That's water.
Yes.
Got it?
Okay.
So we're walking. So we're walking through, right? And we're breaking down dowsing. El Guy's telling us, get a stick, and we're going to walk and see if there's land. So I'm walking through the forest, right? And then next thing you know, I hold it like this, and I see some rocks in the middle of this, this lane. So I jumped over, and my stick just went like this. It almost went underneath me. And I said, whoa, what happened there? And he looked back, and we all looked back, and I said, I thought you said this thing just jumped underneath me almost. As I jumped, it jumped underneath me, almost to trip me.
Mm-hmm.
And we stopped and looked, and guess what? Right where the stick went down there was a brook that used to come right down that line. And it's still under there, but we couldn't see it. It was a dried up brook that went right down that line. And then he said, you can tell by looking at the trees. I said, what do you mean by looking at the trees? Well, if you ever get lost in the forest or anywhere out in somewhere and you looking for water,
yes, sir.
Yes, you know what to look for. The trees will point to the water.
Bend
will
toward the
bend
water.
towards the water.
Wow, wow, wow.
Man, that's deep, man. That's deep.
Harriet Tubman understood all that.
What? I was like, what? I said, I ain't gonna be thirsty in the forest.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Absolutely.
But these are the things that we learn out there, and it's a ton of information. That El Hagan is an incredible forest, person of knowledge when it comes to forests and herbs and things like that are wild, like out in Fairmount Park. So we're gonna do that. All right, we're gonna make that a point. That sound good, y'all?
Yes,
sounds good to me.
Family tree walk.
Yes,
Sounds
buddy.
good.
All right, we're gonna. I'm gonna set that up. As soon as it starts getting warm outside, we gonna
Hopefully,
set
it's
that
not
up.
a whole bunch of lanternflies out there.
Go get some neem oil.
That's right.
Yeah, everybody cover yourself with some neem
Some
oil.
neem oil. It'll leave you right alone.
Yeah. It'll be great for us to see each other in person too. And then, like I said, we'll stream for those that are on and it'll probably be a special during the day. Of course, we're not going to be able to do it. Of course, Family Tree at night. Okay, so it'll be during the day.
There's a home goods out
All
there.
right.
Us
Okay.
Florida folks, thank you.
Yes. I thought about you.
Yes,
I thought
to come
about
your
you.
way.
Yes, Karen, we need that.
I've been thinking about y'all.
All
right, let's see who else we got here. Who else?
Decoy up in the corner.
Well, let me say before we go up there, let's check over to our Facebook side to see if there's any questions over there. Anybody just to give a shout out to anybody on the Facebook side if y'all tuning in.
Okay, on the Facebook side, said Dina Davis said, Dr. Paul, what herbs can you get for dementia to slow or heal?
Dementia?
Dementia, yes.
Okay, so not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. We start with things like MCT oil, okay? MCT oil. And MCT oil is very good because it's actually been used for cases of dementia. There's cases, MCT is medium chain triglycerides, and it's found in coconut oil. So you can buy coconut oil with additional MCT. I would start somewhere around there, okay? And that can be added as a tablespoon in cereal, in your green drink. It can be taken just directly orally. It can be added to your soups. It could be added to anything. They've seen incredible uses of MCT oil for memory, okay, and for dementia. Now, I'm going to say that in the same breath that a lot of the problems that we're seeing with dementia has a lot to do with intoxication of levels of metal, okay? Metal on the brain, specifically aluminum. So sometimes you can start to now say that, yes, a lot of the medication is sprayed with aluminum. Got it? We're not even making our medication no more, y'all. What's going on? Got it? We're getting our medication from those who are considered our enemies. Wait a minute, aren't we in a tariff war with China right now?
Man, please.
And how are we taking 20? All of our medication is coming from China, just about, and we're in a tariff war right now. Should we really be playing with this? When the majority of the people in your country are taking their medication? We haven't thought about that. Only about 10% is from India. So the rest is coming from China. You got it? So with this being the case, we don't know what they're putting on there. So here we go. Watch those things. I would get into testing with dementia and Alzheimer's. I would start to get into heavy metal testing kits. You can go right on online, Amazon, and get a heavy metal testing kit. All you do is just provide some level of hair. It could be pubic hair or hair off your head, anywhere on your body. You send it away, and then they'll come back with a whole breakdown of heavy metals in your body. Okay, and it'll give you a breakdown of what you can see is in your system or what you may be exposed to. So I would do that if there's memory issues or a suspect, a possibility of contamination on that level. Okay. Now, what happens once you find out? Once you find out what that is, then we do what's called heavy metal chelations with certain types of chelation can be done with that, like glutathione. You can also do zeolites. You can do bentonite clays. You can do a lot of different things based on whatever metal you've been exposed to. Okay. So that's just a hint. We can throw that down the line. All right.
And mind care.
Mind care. Yep. Mind care. Yep. Mind
My
care.
favorite.
Get your mind right. That's right. Mind care. That's right. That's the Himalayan formula for brain. Yep. All right. Okay. What else you got there, Big B?
All right, Decoya. And by the way, before Decoya comes, guys, some of the other questions you were asking, Fingers has been on the planet here, guys. Look in the chat. She's already got the answers there for you. Okay.
Yeah, check the chat. Check the chat.
And keep that in mind. So as we get down toward the end of the program, to make sure that you get a copy of the chat. I'll give you the information as to where to get that information so we can mail it out to you. Okay?
Oh, somebody put down, how about lion's mane for dementia? Absolutely. Lion's mane is good. Lion's mane, anyone know what makes it different than all of the other mushrooms? Anybody know what makes that? All right. I'm going to tell y'all this so you'll never forget this one either. Lion's mane is found in the forest, and it sits like a bump on a log. It sits in the forest and is pure white, and it looks like the pom-pom. Like they actually looks like pom-pom, like the cheerleaders pom-pom. They actually call it pom-pom. That's another name for it. And when you look at it, the amazing part about this, that it only matures after 50 years before it matures. Wow. Yeah, 50 years. It takes 50 years for it to mature. But when you take it off of that, you peel it down and look under the bottom. It's the purest black carbon base of any form of mushroom. It's the darkest and the blackest carbon, which means it accelerates for the pineal glands so it can get your mind right. Woo! Ain't that awesome?
I know that's right. I know
that's what it is. So, and that's the raw forms of lion's mane. That's why it's so good for mental, brain. Definitely, you got the lion's mane coffees that a lot of the seniors are taking now. So those are good. So I definitely say yes to lion's mane. Chaga's good. Turkey tail, king's trumpet. There's a lot of them out there. But that one, lion's mane, I'm going to put that one at the top. Yeah, put that one at the top. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And who else we got there, Big B? Who else next?
Decoya?
Hi, Dr. Paul. Hi, Big B family.
Hey.
What's up, Decoya?
Okay.
Where you calling from, Decoya? You in Chicago?
I'm in the suburbs, but I am in Chicago, yes.
Somewhere out there.
Okay.
I used to live out there a long time ago.
My question is, I'm doing the cleanse again. This is my second time doing the cleanse. The first time I did the cleanse, I got this rash, and I thought I had the sea monster. And I didn't have a sea monster. I guess it was my skin was purging, and it cleared up, and now it's perfectly good. So now I'm doing the cleanse again. This is my second cleanse. And now when I wake up, I have crust in my eyes. I haven't had it in years.
Okay, you have what now? Say that again.
Crust in our eyes.
Oh, crust in your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't had crust in my eyes since I was a kid. So I'm just trying to be sure that
know what that means.
You got junk.
You don't know what that means?
That's dirt in your body, girl.
You don't know what that means? No. That means the Sandman came to see you last night. So Decolia, that's exactly what's happening. Your body's
Good
detoxing.
sign. It's cleansing.
It's cleansing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
You're
so-
cleansing throughout the entire system. You're cleansing. That's what that is. You're breaking through those areas of those ducts that have been blocked. So now when you're cleansing, that usually the first time, when is that cleansing cycle again in that circadian rhythm, y'all? What time is that? Remember that time? What's that time for the cleansing?
Change of season?
Four.
Every season.
Time.
No, in the circadian.
In the circadian rhythm. What time is that?
Is that 4 a.m. to 12 noon?
There
12
you
noon.
go. There you go,
Yeah.
Herb. You got it. Herb got it. 4 a.m. in the
to 12
morning.
noon.
Till 12 noon. That's right. That's your cleansing cycle. So when you wake up in the morning right there, you got that crust in your eye, you probably scared you didn't. You say, what is this stuff coming out of my eye?
My eyes falling out. I can't take it.
But this is the good thing. I had to get my driver's license renewed.
Mm-hmm.
And I took the test with no glasses. And they said, you have perfect vision.
Well, you go in, girl.
Go ahead, girl.
You go in. That big,
Hey, Decoy, I'm telling you, been there, done that.
2020.
Big. See, that was a stealth testimony right there. Let's give Decolia a hand.
Exactly right.
Decolia.
Everybody come on.
You can see clearly now. The race.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
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 See, Decolia, see, you were smooth about that. You slid right on in there and just dropped that on us. And that is a perfect example of what a detox does. People think it's just for the colon and the parasites, but it's more than that. It's cleansing everything.
Well,
and with
you
that
know what?
cleanses every change of seasons. Got it? This is why we do this change of seasons, because it's so important that when you are cleansing and flushing, the body's important that you start to do this on a regular. You shouldn't do it once. You know, we do it traditionally once a year, but it should be more intense because we are exposed to so much with these chemicals and pesticides and things you can't even pronounce, chlorpyrifos, atrazines, glyphosates, all this stuff. Your body's getting hit with all of this. So now it's saying thank you. Your body's literally saying thank you. So great job. Great job.
Thank you. I just learned something. Guess what,
Yes.
Dr. Bree? My eye doctor just said that to me 2 weeks ago. He said, you know what? He said to me, you know, you got 20/20 vision. I said, what you talking about? Look, man, I almost fell off. He said, you've gotten older, but your eyes have gotten clearer.
What? Big B, you just dropped one on us, man. What you doing, man?
See, I'm glad I came to class, man. What you talking about?
Let's give Big B a hand.
Thank you,
y'all.
Nicole.
Let's give Big B a hand.
Big B.
All right, Big B, we need you.
Big B.
That was funny, man.
You just dropped the stuff bomb on us, man. I tell you. I gotta watch you.
That's
man.
funny. I'm glad I came to class too, Dr. B. Shoot, y'all.
That's right. That's what it was. And you've been taking that colon and parasite cleanse, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I do it.
Y'all, here it is right here.
Season,
if you're
man.
looking at it, it looks like this.
Yeah,
Colon
buddy.
cleanse. Here's the colon cleanse. All right, that's the green bottle.
Yes, sir, buddy.
Here's the parasite formula.
Yes, sir, buddy.
Where is it? Right there. Parasite.
Clean and sweep. Yep.
Clean and sweep. Now you understand why. Yep.
That's what I'm on now.
Awesome.
Just to say one thing about the colon cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
When you take the colon cleanse, I notice if you don't eat any meat, it's smoother. And as soon as you eat, it's almost like a dog. About 15 minutes later, you gotta go.
I love the detail, Nicolia. You're dropping the detail on us. I tell you, that's what people need, Nicolia. That's what I'm talking about.
Man,
if you're gonna break down the detail,
funny.
tell it. Watch the meat. Watch the meat. It's easier because I tried both of them.
Man, oh man, oh
Apparently,
man.
she tried both of them.
I'm glad I came to class, Doctor. Thank
You're a
you,
walking
Nicole.
testimony, boy. I tell you. Thank you, Nicolia, and thank you so much, Big B. I tell you,
man.
that's two great testimonies back to back. I
That's
tell
funny.
you,
My,
that's
my.
funny. Okay, what else we have here? Who else we have?
Anybody else got a testimony? All right, then we'll go right next to Prophetess, is right next to Code. Prophetess, you there? I know you're there.
Yes, I am.
Because
Yes,
your finger's been working. Go ahead.
Prophetess.
I have a really quick question about gout.
Yes.
Gout?
Yes.
Okay.
Outside of the eating, the getting rid of the acid foods, what herb can you take to help get rid of that?
Well, remember, that's any alkaline or alkaloid. You know, is going to help with that inflammation. So you're stopping the body from going after those areas of tendons and joints, and in this case, going after like the foot. It's going after the foot. Is that where it's going after?
Yes, it's in the foot.
Yep, it's in the foot. Usually that's it. So again, going back to things like some things that you can do directly into that foot area. Number one, make sure your pH is on. Okay. So alkaline, things like the MSM works well. Even taking directly, we say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Taking that castor oil and putting that clove oil directly onto it, and then put the castor oil on top of it, right on that foot. That does wonders right there.
You said clove oil and then the castor oil?
Yep, clove oil on top of that, put the castor oil. See, the castor oil has rhizoleic acid. That's going to penetrate skin. So it's going to push in. It's always absorbs and pushes right into it. So when you want to get that directly into that area, that usually gives them instant relief for those that have things like gout. Works very, very effective too. Okay. Or anything you put castor oil on. You can put arnica cream and then put castor oil on top of it. It's going to push everything it pushes in. It's going to push right in there. Okay. But still, one more point. Whenever there's gout, and we always attribute it to a lot of the uric acid buildup, but also it just means overall, watch the food choices. You got to stay off the meats. Got it? Heavy meats. Because that means that when you're eating meat takes a lot of energy to break down. You got to you got to literally create the enzymes from the liver and the pancreas to break that down. So now you're going to have a problem because now I got to use energy to get energy. Got it? And when that happens, I'm going to be tired. And it also leaves what's called an acidic ash in the gut. And if it leaves that acidic ash, those are things that are still you're still, trying to break down something that's I got to use energy for. And the body says, why do that to me? Why are you making me work? Why don't you to give me some fruits and vegetables and I can break this thing down in 20 minutes? Or give me a green drink and I do it right away, So you see what's happening? It's an energy, it's an imbalance of energy that's happening in the body. And the body's in a state of too much acid.
Okay, so I noticed you didn't mention anything about comfrey. So comfrey is not a thing.
No. That's an alkaloid. Those are all alkaloids. Yep, all of them. See, there's multiple solutions to the problem, and there's so many things. Anything alkaline is gonna reduce inflammation. They're all anti-inflammatory. Yep. They all work. All right.
Dr. Paul, is burdock root good for uric acid?
Yep, burdock is good for it because it's cleaning the liver. And remember, the liver is the nuclear reactor. That's your power source. Yep, that's your battery. That's recharging your battery when you start to do that burdock root. That burdock root is powerful. You can find that in Fairmount Park too, by the way.
Wow. One last question.
I've dug up a lot of that.
One last question, Dr. Paul. Someone found an unopened bottle of the Parasite Eliminator with the expiration date of October 23. Should they continue? Should they take it with
bottle.
Unopened bottle, expiration date of 10/23.
Well, remember it's unopened, and usually when we seal them just like this. See that right there? They ain't going nowhere. They are extensively sealed. So if it says 2023, I would say get another one, but remember that's just the date that we say best buy those days. Got it? So it's probably still okay. Of course, these are long term. So these are dark. You know, there's no windows on this stuff and it stays for a long time. But we say for the best practice, get another one. Yep, get another one.
Okay. Thank you.
For best practice. All right.
Okay. Anybody else?
Dr. Paul, just a question with the castor oil.
Romaine.
I usually mix my castor oil and clove oil together. That's still okay, isn't it?
Yes, it's still okay. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's going to balance itself. Yep. It's going to push right on through because that castor oil, when you mix it together or you put it on top of either, it doesn't matter. It's still going to push it through. Yeah, it's all going to resonate through because that rhizoleic, isn't that amazing? That certain things that God has created in the plant life, it just penetrates directly through skin. It's amazing. Did you know that castor oil, by putting it on your eyelids, is good for cataracts?
Shut the front door.
Yo, I'm not playing, Big B.
Go ahead, man.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You
The castor
better
oil
stop.
on your eyelids.
On your eyelids.
On your eyelid. Massage it on your eyelid.
Yeah, on the eyelids. Good for cataracts. Good for also dry eye. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. There's some stuff, man. Let me tell you, it's some stuff that goes real deep with that castor oil. That castor oil is powerful. And I saw somebody was talking about, there was one study that was showing how it was correcting vision issues with those who had farsighted and nearsighted issues, because you know what happens is the tendons on the eye that sort of move the eye like this, right? And sometimes the farsighted versus nearsighted issues with children, they're noticing that children have a lot of nearsighted issues, which means they can't see distances, right?
Right.
So what happens is it's because everybody's like this. Everybody's like this. You know, when children in school, they're not doing a lot of distance vision. So they're noticing that children are having a lot of, because of the computers, the phones, all this, there's a lot more children that are having nearsighted issues, which means they're not looking far enough. You know, because that stretches the tendons in the eye, you know, those areas in the eye, those connective tissue in the eye. So when you take something like castor oil, it lubricates all of the tendons in the eye. This is amazing. This is amazing stuff.
That's
really
amazing
stuff,
Dr.
man.
I'm telling you, man.
It's amazing stuff, man. You can't see how simple it is just to rub it on your eyes.
Dr. Paul?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there some kind of video about that?
That's a good point. I haven't searched. I'll see if there's one out there. I'll see if there's one, but there's plenty of documentation that supports the fact that, you know, people just put it on the outside of the eye, the eyelids. And remember, the rhizoleic, pushes through safely through the eye. Yeah.
Probably on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube.
Never put it inside the eye because you can cause. Some people were doing that, but I wouldn't recommend putting it in the eye.
That's why I was mentioning about a video.
Right. Yeah. But you can't be putting it on the outside of the eyelid.
I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah. Well, you know.
But Dr. Paul, what about people that use it to make their eyelashes grow?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what they were showing also. They were showing people started to move that you remember I was showing that Bolemian, that method of, I was showing y'all how to massage the eye. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah. It moves that fluid down and flushes out that to the eyelid. That's exactly. Yes, absolutely. It's it goes on and on and on. It don't stop. It just keeps going on and on. Blessing after blessing. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Wonderful.
You know, it's wonderful. Yep.
Yeah.
So
one other question, Dr. Paul. Let me get to this. Is being nutrient deficient a reason or cause for major sicknesses and diseases?
Okay, say that again for me. I couldn't hear you. What was that?
Give me a second. I'm going back to could being nutrient deficient cause major diseases like polio and measles, etc.
Causes everything. Right. That's the
being
whole
nutrient
point.
deficient.
Absolutely. See, what happens is, remember, the state of balance is a state of ease. But when you're out of balance, that's the word dis-ease comes from. That's the premises for understanding that all issues of life, and we're talking about every dis-ease, is a form of imbalance. And what is it imbalance of? Nutrients. So that proves right there that food is your medicine. Wow. That's it. Food is your medicine. Food is the nutrients that the body's looking for. Body was designed to be fed, not the chemicals, not pharmaceuticals. If that was the case, the pharmaceuticals would have went into the nutritional and made billions and billions of dollars. they would be way above it, because you can't live off of pharmaceuticals, but you can live off an herb.
Herb, yeah.
How about that? Because that's food. You got it? And food grows out the ground. So that's always going to match to you because you came out the ground. And everything that's in the ground is inside of you. That makes sense? So that's what's going on. So yes, you know, all imbalances can go back to a form of imbalance with nutrients. Yeah. So for example, diabetes is an imbalance of what?
Concentration,
but sugar.
Sugar.
Right? So when you have issues with high blood pressure, you got what? Too much refined products, and it's what? Pulling moisture out of your arteries and veins. Your pressure is going to go up. So what's that? Too much pressure. Too much, that we got to release that pressure. So it's every disease you can think of is going to be an imbalance. It's a male-female principle, back to a male-female principle again. Yeah. Which is what? Male is go, and female is
low.
No.
Stop.
I'm gonna have to bring my stuff out again on y'all. I'm gonna stop. Have to put y'all through a class.
I'm sorry.
It sounded good though. It sounded good.
Yeah, it rhymed.
It rhymed. So male is go, female is stop. You got it? Male is go, female is stop.
Stop. Oh God.
Come on, ladies, y'all done gave the brother plenty of hand. Stop.
Well, hallelujah.
Stop.
And brothers, we know we didn't got plenty of the hand stops too.
Well, what? Don't do that to me. What you think?
To the hand.
Talk to the
Talk to the hand, boy.
Yes. So again, the castor oil works for that meibomian gland. I wanted to make sure that everybody, you remember I showed you all that, how that works on that.
Yes.
So Herb, look that up on YouTube. I just wanted, before we go to the next question, I just want to make sure that's right. Just look that up, okay?
I'll do that, but also I'm going to
several videos on YouTube regarding that castor oil helping with cataracts. Just wanted to let you know.
Okay, it's out there, man. This. You know, there's so many stuff. There's so much stuff out there right now. Yeah.
But I just want to let you know that I'm going to put my fear away and try to castor oil on my eyelid, like you was telling me.
What's the fear?
He said on the eye, not in the eye.
I meant to say on top. I mean, I'm about to say on top.
Okay.
If anything, Herb, if anything, it's gonna be good for your eyelids.
Put butter on your skin.
If anything, it's gonna moisturize your eyelids. You'll sleep better. You'll sleep better.
I just gotta get over the fear. Now I'll be good at that.
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
All right, here we go. Let's keep it moving. What's
the fear? I'm curious.
Put it on the eyelids. That's right. And you know what? It's
on your knees, a bit on your elbows.
Yeah, you can put it on your elbows. That's right.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. And you know, castor oil also tightens up too. Tightens up. You know, so areas where you want to tighten up a little bit, you know, put it on the arms, underneath the arms, you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, tightens it up. So much stuff with castor oil. It's very, very, very powerful. Okay, let's see what we got there, Big B. Who else we got?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We got Jay up in the corner up there. Jay?
All right. Big B, how you doing?
What's up, Jay?
All right. Big B, the secret's out. You on Dr. Paul's herbs. That's what's got you rolling like that.
Yo, man, what can I tell you?
The secret's out on you, man.
Hey, Jay, now I'm on his herbs. He got me on my water bottle, man. You see that?
Yeah, there he is.
You tough, man.
He got the Zeus.
I got the Zeus, boy.
Boy, you showing out, man. You showing out, man.
See the Zeus? You gotta go get a Zeus, y'all.
You gotta get a Zeus, man.
I'm hating now.
That's the towel. Go get the towel.
Get the towel. The one, but you see, remember, I had to go by the formula. When I got the formula, I needed this many for me for the day. So I didn't just go, because they had different sizes. They got the 48 ounces, but this one was for me, for my weight and half my body weight in ounces plus 16. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out the way. Boy,
yeah,
what can I tell you?
That's right. And then Big B, you can take that everywhere because it sits down. It sits it sits like
it sits like this.
On this set. Yep, sits like that. You can sit it in your car.
Yep.
It won't leak. These are super tight, man. They're super tight. And whatever you put in there stays the same temperature
all day long.
Over for 48 hours. If you put like a nice temperature in there, whether it's hot or cold.
Yeah, buddy.
Or medium temperature, whatever your favorite temperature is, it will stay that same temperature
all day long.
All day long.
Well, y'all done said all that, but where I get it?
Walmart.
I got Walmart, Jay.
Okay.
I got mine at Walmart.
Walmart.
All right. That's what's up. Yo, let me get in and get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the name of that again?
It's called a Zeus. Zeus.
Okay.
It's a towel. T-A-L.
It's a towel. T-A-L.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, towel.
Man, let me throw something else in. Dr. Paul, you got me. I thought I had it. Man, I'm running through the supermarket. I said, Dr. Paul said, everything's processed. So I said, okay, I'm cool. I'm walking through. Nothing processed. I said, well, wait a minute. He got me. Because the other aisle, that's half of the store. The other half of the store is thick and pours slow.
Yeah.
Jay, you're being observant, brother. You're being observant. That's right.
I said, Dr. Paul got me, man. I said the supermarket is just a lone
trap.
wall.
It's a trap. It's a trap, Jay. Don't fall for it. It's a big mouse trap.
Man.
It's a big mouse trap.
It's a gauntlet. That's what it is. It's a gauntlet.
Yeah, that's the truth, y'all.
Yeah.
Now when I go to the supermarket, I'm stressed out.
You're not the only one. There's people that call me up. They'll text me. Y'all text me all the time stuff. They said, Doc, I just came out of Whole Foods and I got absolutely nothing. Now, here's what I want to give you a little bit of encouragement, though, Jay. I want to give you a little encouragement. Here's what I said. I've said this, for the last few years, and I'm saying that we're not going to get it perfect anymore. Those days for pure nutrients and products are gone. You're going to find something wrong with everything. There's nothing going to be a pure thing. Even the Bible says in the last days, everything will be tainted. It'll be poisoned or some level of it. So what do we have to do? That's why I encourage so much of you doing the cleanses. Get it in, get it out. Let your body do what it has to do. Stay alkaline. Test your pH so you know that you got to do something outside the box. You're not going to find the perfect food. It's not going to exist. You're going to find some canola oil in something. You're going to find some. You're gonna find some glyphosate sprayed on something.
Everywhere, y'all.
You're gonna find something with something dyed or something. He's gonna find something.
Maltodextrin. Maltodextrin's everywhere. Boy.
Yeah, man. So here's the thing. So here's where our job is. Our job is to do our very best. Understand that you can't beat this system because we're in a system of industrialization. But you can be more selective. Got it? And get the best that you can. So if you got something, Maybe it's got everything in there and it may have one line where it says canola oil. Well, if it's got all this stuff in there and it's got that one line of canola, you may be able to get past that. If you're somebody that's having something, if you're someone that has issues with that, just keep that in mind. You know, when you're having high blood pressure, just don't get something with a whole lot of it in there. You know, you gotta think smart nowadays. I mean, we gotta think we gotta think very, you know, very, you know, to the point where we got to be very intuitive, right? Be very intuitive to what you're doing.
Or you won't eat.
So what you're saying is that if I walk down a food aisle, I have to ask myself this one question: name your poison.
Name your poison. Yep. Well, just get the least of the poison.
Yeah,
and pray. That's why you pray over your food.
That's right.
That's right.
And you
gotta
won't eat because it's in everything. It's hard now.
It's impossible to try to do this, and you will stress yourself out.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why you just do the best you can. But it's important for you to do things like your colon cleanse, your parasite, your green drink. You stay on top of it. That's why we make that available for people, because even if I'm going and doing all that bad stuff, I know I can always go home to my green drink.
I know that's right, buddy.
There you go. I got my green drink. I got my colon cleanse. If I feel an upset stomach, I throw the parasite on it. Got my golden seal root. Got the burdock root. Got the dandelion. You got it. You got an arsenal of things that you can
aloe
do.
vera gel.
Aloe vera gel. You know, you got something to put on your skin with the neem oil. You got all these. These are your tool. Your chest of tool elements that God has given us. They can't contain all these herbs.
Yeah,
they can't contain all them. It's too many.
Yeah.
So that's why it says the herbs are the meat of the earth. Really.
Yeah, buddy. That's right.
What it really meant. It means that even in the last day, you know, they can't mess with everything because there's too many of them. You got it? But you can use them as your way of getting through things. Okay. So keep that in mind. All right.
But the seedless fruit is annoying.
I got you.
Carol G.
I got you, Carol G. So Jay, did we answer your question there, buddy? Jay, did he freeze up on us?
And look how he bounced.
I think he froze up. He's
there.
He
froze up. Yeah,
hey,
he's there.
Jay, you there?
Oh yeah, I just came back on. Let me shoot some questions in real quick.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. What are the questions you had? Yeah, you had a question?
He froze again.
Jay, you freezing on us. Yeah, he's freezing.
Yeah, he's freezing.
Yeah. He must got some really good.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, real quick. Velvet Bean, you said something a while back. What's up with that?
What was that?
Was it beans you was talking about?
He said something beans.
Velvet beans?
Never heard. He did a whole thing on beans.
I know, but what did he say? Velvet beans?
Yeah, what is that?
Did he say velvet? Yeah, what did you say?
Yeah.
Velvet.
Velvet bean.
Velvet beans.
Velvet beans? Did we talk about that?
I never heard of that.
I thought you said something velvet something a while back.
Was that a brand?
There are forms of velvet beans, but I don't know ever being able to that I ever covered that. I'm trying to figure did I ever cover that?
I never heard of velvet beans.
Yeah, there's velvet beans. If you look it up, it's velvet beans.
No, but I'm saying I never heard of it in this class setting.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't think I ever covered that. No, I never covered that. Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. What about you said something about tea bags, that they're the bags themselves, that they're doing something with the bags?
Yeah, they're spraying them.
Is that all the tea bags? Is that all the tea bags?
Yeah, mostly it was the ones like the main brand, like the what's the Tetley, Lipton, things like that. If you get something like from a herbal store, they're dry. They're pretty dry. You can tell them because they're shiny. When you see the shiny ones, you pick it up, you can see the shiny ones. You know, they spray them with these particulates. So this spray that's supposed to keep them preserved. And then when you take that and put it in some hot water, you just disperse billions of particulates of plastic into your tea. Yeah. Yep. So they're finding that PFAS in there.
It's everywhere, man. Stuff is everywhere.
Yep, it's everywhere. So what do you got to do? Your major goal for right now is the detox, to get the stuff in and get it out. Let your body do what it can. But when you're not eating, taking your herbs, staying in that rhythm, you got to be detoxing and doing things and know what your go-to herbs are. You got to have your go-to. How many everybody has your go-to herbs? The herbs that just make you feel good. You say, every time I do this, my bowels move. Every time I do this, something happens. These are the ones that you got to stay with.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
What about shungite? Would that help with the ideal?
Yeah, the electromagnetic fields.
No, remember that ideal you were talking about that they're messing with the avocados and all that?
Yeah, but shungite. Shungite. You said shungite?
Yeah, I was just wondering, would that energy help with that?
No, shungite is the stone.
Right.
Remember, shungite is the stone for electromagnetic fields.
Okay, I got you now.
Yeah,
okay.
The shilajit. I mean, you may be talking about shilajit.
Yeah,
is that shilajit?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Okay, you're thinking about shilajit. So shilajit is a catalyst. So shilajit would be one of the things that would enhance. So that means it drives things and makes them stronger.
Okay.
See, it's driven by this thing called fulvic acid. Got it? Fulvic acid or humic acid, which actually is found when mountains are formed after lava. If the lava, like volcanoes, when that stuff cools, that creates fulvic acid. But now you got this other thing when the plants start to grow. Now the plants grow with all this great soil. And that's when the grass covers the mountains. Well, guess what? When they come up, and then when they start to now tear down and the flowers die, they get into a plant matter, turns into a goo. That's shilajit.
Okay. That's awesome.
That's what it is.
One more, or actually two more. What's a good business book?
A good business book?
Yeah. Any idea?
It depends on what you're looking for. What business book?
Just help me with startup, maybe just business, like maybe some accounting, just kind of.
You know what I would give you the best understanding on doing right now? I would go into the areas of AI right now.
Really?
Yes, yes, really, really. AI prompting right now is phenomenal. Okay. When I say prompting, meaning that you got to tell AI what it is that you want, and it'll pull up everything. It beats out any book. You put into the chat GPT anything that you want, it's going to feel like you talking to your brother. You're going to be like,
right?
Going to be like, yo, man. He said, yo, Jay, that was dope. You be like, what? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
that's cool,
LinkedIn
man.
got some good AI classes
like,
too.
Jay, the thing be getting back to you like, all right, Jay, I hit you back later. You be like, what?
Yeah, it's deep.
It's very deep. It gets very personal. So if you have a question or concern about setting up business plan, it will get personal based on what you are doing. So you don't have to, when you read a book, you gotta now apply that to your personal situation.
Right.
But then when I start to now put into the AI that this is who I am, this is what I do, give my resume, give my profile, it reads your profile, and it'll make suggestions based off of who you are.
Wow.
Now that's wow. It says, Jay, it'll remind you, say, Jay, you used to work at so-and-so. You need to do this. You'll be like, what?
I know that's right. I know that's right.
And if you're not careful, you'll be like, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, buddy.
Thanking the AI. You be like, thanking the AI. Like, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. You be like, what am I doing? I'm talking to an AI.
It's an amazing tool,
it's
brother.
amazing right now. It is so amazing. I would suggest just use it as a tool. Not that it takes over things. You gotta not, you're always in, and understand that it doesn't know all the answers to everything. So when
it's
people
learning too.
It's learning. It's learning.
Yes.
And a perfect example is I don't use it for stuff like that. It's something to bounce your ideas off. Never use it as gospel, for what it is. And let me give you an example. I put into the chat GPT, give me the formula for pH. Simple as that. And guess what it did? It was the wrong formula.
Okay.
So immediately I says, recheck that formula.
Yes, always.
I said, recheck formula. I think that you're wrong. And guess what it came back and says? Dr. Paul, you're correct. It was incorrect. I rechecked it and it was right. Here is the correct one. And then it gave me the correct one.
Wow.
See?
Okay.
See what I'm saying? I challenged it. I challenged it.
Okay.
But if I didn't know any better, but now he just learned the formula. Now he knows the formula now.
Okay.
Got it. So it didn't
pass on to someone else.
But my point is never let it take, because it's a learning tool.
Yes,
it helps you to. If anything, it helps you structure things.
Yes.
Structure things like, do assignments and structuring and keeping things in perspective. That's what I would say. But it's prompting. It's something like prompting. So that means the prompting is you're going to have a business. If anybody that's listening is looking for a real job, like in the future, your future in any corporation, I don't care where you are and what you're doing. And did I say that? Anywhere. And in any industry, if you have no experience at all, they will hire you if you are an excellent prompter. You got it? If you are a prompter, master prompting, and you can get a job anywhere.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm talking major figures too.
Wow.
Prompting. That means you can prompt the AI. All right, well, tell me what y'all want to do. All right. And if you know how to prompt, and there's pages on prompting that you can pull up, or you can even ask the AI, give me all the top prompts, and he'll give it to you. All right, Jay, here we go.
Yeah, buddy, that's right. That's exactly right.
That's crazy.
That's right.
It's bananas, y'all. That's why that's why you had the really technical cast was saying, like, look, y'all, we might have to put a cap on this intelligence, man. It's learning too fast. So it's when you do, just remember how to use it. You got it?
Right.
That's the key.
Right.
Yeah.
One more question. Starseed.
It's very late, and I think you asked 5 questions.
I'm
I usually only allow 2.
All right.
So don't stop the mess, Jay.
Real quick, Jay. Real quick. You got to move fast.
Jay.
Prophet's going to whip that. She's going to cut that whip.
Yeah, please don't do it. Starseed, any idea?
Starseed? Yes. Yeah.
What does that encompass of? Like, is that just more spiritual person, or
what do you mean as far as
like I heard the individuals can be starseeds, and I just
sure. I mean, are you speaking from a You're speaking from a metaphysical standpoint, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yeah.
Well, you can get into the understanding of the Akon. The African Akon, which means that the DNA of every person in the body is connected to the universe. So that when we are born, our date and time and presence on this planet tells the story of who we are in the universe and what your destiny is, or your life story. That's the star seeds. So we are planted in this planet for everyone to do something. So the ancient concept of African science says that everyone, when you came in this planet, came for a purpose to bring to the tribe your talent and your gift, that we can all live a better, harmonious life. But it's our job as the village to uncover that. That's where the term, it takes a village to raise a child.
Wow. Okay.
That's where that comes from. Because when the child fails, it's not the child that fails. The village fails.
Right.
Got it? Right. Because we didn't help to unwrap that true gift that God gave us. That's why they call the child a gift.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Good stuff, though. That's good stuff, bro. That was a good last question, bro.
You got it.
All right, Prophetess, we getting up.
Okay, we got one more, Alvin.
One more, and we out of here.
And then we out of here.
We out of here.
Alvin,
right.
you there? Alvin Sylvester.
Kamira.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see
Kamara.
hand.
Kamara, did you
Okay,
get?
Kamara,
Did you
go
ask a
ahead.
question,
Go ahead.
Kamara?
No, I
It is
didn't.
Alvin. It's
No, I
Alvin.
didn't. But I don't see Alvin. But go ahead.
Alvin,
Yeah,
Here I
Kamara.
am. Here, yes, it's Alvin. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
then we'll
Alvin.
come to Kamara. Go ahead, Alvin.
Okay, I was typing into the young
chat.
lady also. Yes,
Okay.
in the chat. But since I'm on, I'm taking the colon cleanser and it's making me cramp up. I started taking it with my black collash and a Geneva.
That's the problem right there. That's it, right there. See, you're taking too much. See, you're doing too much. You don't take it with a black cohosh. See, black cohosh goes directly to the liver. That's too dense. Those are all too much density. See, these herbs don't need any help. When you're taking a colon cleanse and something like a parasite, it's pulling all of your water out of your body. That's why you're cramping up. Got it? So don't do that. You don't want to take that. You don't need to take the black cohosh at the same time. Okay. So when you're taking something like a colon cleanse parasite formula, you have to drink a lot of water. How's your water?
I've been drinking at least 3 waters. I know I'm supposed to drink 5. I came in to see you about a month or 2 ago.
Yeah.
And I'm drinking at least 3. I'm building it up.
Yeah, but that's critical for you. See, you just took 2 major hitters. You're taking the colon cleanse and you said black cohosh. That's going to go directly to your liver. Got it? See, that's too much. The body says, I don't have enough. It's going to either cause cramping, sometimes it causes headaches, sometimes nauseousness at the same time. That's the body saying, I need water. You're not giving me enough water. Okay, so one at a time. You don't need that much. That's overlapping. That we would call that overlapping. Okay.
Okay, so don't take the black collash at all. Just stay with the colon cleanser and the Geneva.
Right. When you're starting to do something like with when you're doing the colon cleanse, you kind of have to just pay attention to that because that is really where your focus is. That along with the cohosh is too much, and that means because number one, you're not doing enough water. You just said your numbers are a little low, so you got to make sure if you're going to do something like that, you got to be spot on with your water. Okay, you got to be spot on. So you do remember your number, right? Half your body weight in ounces, right?
Right, 5 bottles.
Yep. So got to get there before you start doing that. Okay. Remember, whenever in doubt, stop everything. And if you start cramping up or something like that, or headachy or nauseousness, stop everything, drink water until it goes away. That means your body's sending a signal. I'm trying to get your attention. You got to get me some more water. Because the body says, I'm going to go in. These things go in and they arrest the situation. They'll bind to bacteria, virus, fungus, parasites. I bind to them. I got them. But what do you want me to do with them? I got to get them out. So how am I going to get out? You got to flush me out. Got it? You got to get that water. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
All right. Okay.
All right. All right.
All right. Good stuff. Kamara?
I know the time clock is ticking, so I'll be real fast. I had my review with my insurance nurse. You know, they do their annual visit.
Right.
Delightful young lady. When it was time for her to write down the things I took, I went and got my basket of nutritional, supplements, my herbs and all. She got excited. Oh, now I can really talk to you.
Wow.
It was so delightful because, she's allopathic. But when it was just a wonderful visit. But I told her about my thyroid and she said, well, I can tell you what we did with my mother. And I said, what was that? And she said, every night before you go to bed, put some casserole on your hand and massage it in the thyroid area. So I said, okay, I'm gonna check with my Dr. Paul about that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get nothing but an amen over here.
Okay, yeah, because she said in 2 to 3 months her mother's thyroid had totally leveled out. And a nurse told her. So here's to all those stealth nurses out there that are really on the QT with the
Go ahead, you talking code. You sound like you talking
Nita
code.
and Colorinda. I just really celebrate them. And it's just so much fun when they see that they can actually share, the other side of their life.
Yeah, and you know what? It's interesting you say
it was
that.
like I turned on a light bulb when she saw my herbs. Like, oh, I can really talk.
Oh, you should. Hey, you know what? That's interesting that you say that, because whenever I go into a establishment, like if I take my wife in for her annual physical or something, or like 6 month or something like that, and if I get somebody new and then they see on her record that the naturopath, they'll say naturopath, husband naturopath, they'll turn to me and say, "Are you the doctor?" Wait a minute. And then after the conversation sort of takes a whole nother thing. I got an herb I want to ask you about. And this goes into a whole nother thing. They're so curious. One nurse told me, she says, I wish that they would teach us more about this, because we don't know what to say to people when they come to us.
Amen.
That's what she said. She said, I wish they would say more to us, because I want to learn. I said, well, just tune into the family tree, girl.
I know that's right, boy.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Come on into the family tree and you can learn a whole lot. And, so everybody wants to learn. It's too intriguing to not be able to, to do something outside the box and to see people get well. They see people get well. Yep.
I just shared the link with my neighbor right next door to me, Dr. Mo, just now. Because it was her birthday, and I sent her a link. She responded, right? And she responded to me just now. I said, "Okay, we're live." I said, "Watch it." And so she's actually watching the program right now.
All right, give her a shout out, Big B. Give her a shout out, Big B.
That's my neighbor, Ashley.
Ashley,
we know you there, girl.
Shout out, Ashley. Welcome to the family tree. Yep. All right, Big B, we're gonna wrap it up.
But Dr. Paul,
yes,
we are not only ambassadors. Wait, can you hear me? We are not only ambassadors. We are disciples.
Yeah.
I
like that.
Ministry.
I like that. It's ministry. That's right.
Yes,
we're keeping the ministry going. That's right. Because we're helping people, and people are really doing and seeing the change. People are changing their lives a little bit at a time, right? Crawl, walk,
run.
There you go.
And the last thing is, how often should you do Dr. Christopher's eye bright formula in the course of a week?
In the course of a week, you can do it every day.
It's safe to do it every day. All right.
You can do it every day. Yep.
Bill, I need to get in touch with you. I need to figure out how to put a before and after picture on with my hair. Because your
hair is really grown.
It's really growing. Yes, it is.
And I have my own formula that I think I have finalized it. And I want to test it out because I think this is good enough to put on the market.
It doesn't have sea buckthorn in it.
Well,
absolutely.
I knew it. That's Letha C. Buckthorn. She got that one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Big B, wrap it up, buddy, because I think Prophet has then already exited the door. She done already left us.
Yeah, Prophet about that.
I'm getting ready to start kicking folks out.
She's about to start kicking folks out.
You got to kick everybody out. Get out of here.
All right, Big B, tell them how they can be a part of the family.
One thing. Wait, Dr. Paul, I forgot.
Yo, press mute and everybody be quiet.
Tomorrow.
Shit.
What was that?
You're supposed to be on Eagles Nest tomorrow, and I forgot to announce it.
Oh, I didn't know I was gonna be on it.
I just checked my ministry calendar, and it has Dr. Paul.
No, Joey didn't tell me. I'm gonna get Joey.
That's because Joey's in Florida.
Oh, Joey's in Florida.
Yes.
Put the information, his Zoom number.
I will put it in the chat box.
Yeah, put it in there. What time is it? 7:30? 7:30? Yes. Okay. All right. We'll be there.
Okay,
all right.
Because that's somebody hollered at Dr. Moore. Who was that? Said Samsung SM8156. Go ahead, buddy.
Dr. Paul, may I ask you one thing, please?
Who's this?
Okay.
Oh, my name is Brock. How you doing? It's my first time participant. Sorry to interrupt you guys. I apologize.
It's all right.
My mom and my family, we all share like a link, and they put me on to you for the first time. Yes. And I'm happy to be here. I appreciate all you guys' wisdom. We're having an issue with my younger sister. She's having seizures, a lot of focal and grand seizures, and I'm just trying to get her body in whack. And I'm just trying to get some insight. Like I've been doing a lot of research as far as blue vervain, Jamaican sarsaparilla, and the cloves. So I'm focusing on trying to kill parasites inside her body and build her body back up. So I'm just trying to see if you can give me any insight to help her out. It's been going on for like a year or so.
Well, here's what we would do first. Are you in Philadelphia area?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, I would say come on in and get an assessment because we have to assess first where the situation is. You don't want to guess. And then from the assessment, then you can move forward. So you have to, what you're taking is fighters, but you also don't forget about the feeders. Got it? You got feeder and fighter. That's what balances things out. So when we look at the herbs, we got to look at both worlds, but we got to see what is her body asking for first. Then we move forward. But that means also encompassing good understanding about what she's eating. You got to make sure her diet's on point. That's why an assessment would be important. Did you have my number? You got my number?
No, I do not.
Okay, get a pen. Get a pen real quick. Get a pen real quick.
You know, I'm going to put in my other phone. Give me a nanosecond. I'm doing it right now.
All right,
Thank you.
Because what we can do, 1-877.
Okay.
377.
Okay.
2854. That's my number. You can ask for Ivy or Mulaney, and one of the ladies will get you in for an assessment. And then always ask for the works. The works is a full body analysis and also RM3A full body analysis. Okay. That's what I would recommend. And then we'll move from there. We'll go forward from there. Okay.
You said ask for the work.
I see you over there, Lydia.
Yes.
Hey, I'm here with Sylvia, Dr. Paul.
Hey, what's up, Sylvia?
I'm here with Sylvia.
What's up, Sylvia? All right. You on?
All right, you got it, buddy.
I was on my phone, but my phone gave out, so I had to come to her phone. I gotta go. I don't have no more ice cream. Bye bye.
All right, you got that Haagen-Dazs. I gotta get Lydia
Get
off
off
that
the
Haagen-Dazs.
get off the Haagen-Dazs line.
Can't get off that Haagen-Dazs, man. I tell you.
All right, guys. Real quick, to make sure we got to get out of here before Prophetess punches us all out.
Yeah, she about to cancel us all out.
And make sure you get a copy of this chat, guys. You gotta do what? You gotta send me an email. Send an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. Again, mechavideo@gmail.com. Now, to support the family tree, you want to use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN, $BILMORGAN. And if you want to use it through your bank, Zelle, that's mechavideo@comcast.net. Again, mechavideo@comcast.net. Of course, we have our P.O. Box over here in Mullica Hill. That's Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Again, that's P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your frenemies, bring everybody.
All right. Did you learn anything tonight, y'all? Put your hands together.
Well,
Hey.
My head is swimming. I've learned so much. Oh, baby, I tell you.
That must be Queen. That was Queen.
That's Queen,
Everybody
buddy.
give Queen a hand.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
ran
I want to
from the
thank.
water to the sky today.
I know that's right. That's what it's all about.
All right, so God bless y'all. I want to thank you so much.
Yes,
We say don't
Lord.
hold on to this information. I want you to be accountable. Go share this information with your family. All right, and the
I've
one
been
you
calling
love.
people. I've been calling them and telling them about you. I'm just carried away. 94 years, I've never known anything like this.
Oh,
and
you are so sweet.
and how everybody opens up and talk and be honest. I'm just overwhelmed. My heart is just tender. I tell everybody. Oh wow. And I get annoyed when they don't say they've gotten on or something. But thank God for you. I said, I don't know how Dr. Paul gets all the stuff in his head. I'm trying to get a little bit, and it ain't sticking. But I don't give up. And I won't give in, okay?
Hey, that's right. Don't give up and don't give in. That's right.
Thank you
That's
for
right.
our family.
Amen.
Thank you for the family. That's right.
Thank you for our family.
So,
Amen.
I want to say, let's give a shout out for thank you, Prophetess. Let's give Prophetess a hand.
Yes.
Prophetess. Thank you so much.
And our little new fella.
And also give a host with the most, Big B.
Big
Will Morgan. Thank you, Big B. I appreciate you, buddy.
Buddy, your buddy, mate.
I thank you, buddy. I want to say God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. Like I said, share this information. That's the only thing we hold you accountable for, is that you go tell somebody. So God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing, you gotta shine.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you, Carol G.
All the best, everybody.
Carol G gave me an awesome.
Thank you for looking out for me, Carol G.
Thank you for looking out, Carol. Thank you. Come on, tap.
All right, God bless everybody.
Come on. We're gonna be on the Eagles Nest tomorrow. Eagles Nest tomorrow. I didn't know I was gonna be on there. Thank you, Providence.
Well,
appreciate that.
See that?
All right, come on down. Come on down. Come on, tap. This is the what? The lymphatic system, right? We're getting that thing moving. Good.
Oh my,
And
yes,
breathe.
it really works.
Come on down. Tap.
Yep.
Good. Come on down. All the way on the left and the right. What's up, Destiny? I see you over there. Destiny. I see you.
All right. Now.
All right. Come on.
Make it up.
I want you to take your hands and lock them in like this. Come on, lock them in. Roll your shoulders like this. This is how Marcy would do it. This is the way she would do it, like this. Marcy. All right, I want to, when you have your hands like this, on 1, 2, 3, I want you to try to pull them apart, all right? As you're rocking like that. See how you're rocking? You got to get that groove on. You got the groove right there. See that smooth? Yeah. Right. All right. So 1, 2. 3. And pull. Feel it in the shoulders. Pull in the shoulders and release.
Come on.
Good. Release.
All right.
Release. And pull. One more pull. Pull. Feel that tension. Breathe. And release. Release. Now turn them inside out and put it over the top. Good. Oh, that feels good. They feel that stretch. That feels good. And over to your left. All right. Come on, your real left, your other left.
Your real left. I heard that.
The other left. Good. To the other right. To the other right. The one you don't use that much. The other right.
Well.
Yes.
Back to the front.
The other front.
And bring it on down.
Stretch your ribs out.
The other front. All right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Blow it out. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Blow that comes that side out, right? Breathe in. Breathe out. Cam, you look like you on the beach, man. Breathe in.
He's always living low.
He probably is on the beach, man.
Florida.
Yeah. That's that Florida. Whoop.
Breathe in. One more time. Breathe out. Good. Now shake it out. Come on.
Yep.
Come on. You're supposed to be doing this with your shoulders, shaking it out like Marcy, right? There you go. I see you, Val. I see you. There you go. Carol G. I see you, Stephanie. Yeah, shaking it out. You should be doing all this, the activity of your limbs. Move the head around. That's right. Make sure it don't fall off now. Roll around. Don't let your head fall off. Not too hard now. That's right. And then the last one, we're going to clap it up. Come on. You get that energy. Little qigong. Get that energy. And breathe. Yeah. All right. After we clapping a little bit.
Yep.
We're going to rub. Come on. Get that heat going. Feel that heat, y'all. That's your energy. That's your energy. Clap and rub. Clap and rub. Clap and rub. Clap and rub. And rub. Clap and rub. And then put that energy all over your body. We call this an energy bath. See how that changes the polarity? Feel that energy? You can almost feel it over your whole body. Come on down. Woo! There you go. I see you, Debbie. Still planning on sitting these computers again.
Well.
I see you.
Yeah.
What's up, Marche? I see you down there.
Yeah.
All right, come on down. Come on down. Come on down.
Schultz, Sydney.
Good. Come on down. Pat.
All right, Val. Stephanie.
And Rob. You should be doing this every morning.
Get a queen.
Yes. And Rob, do this every morning. Get some good music like this in the morning.
Yep.
Get you moving. Yeah, this is the kind of movement.
Under your arms.
Yeah. Tap and right.
Yep.
And one more and stop. Move the top one, keep the bottom one still. You can go like that. You feel all that energy. Woo! Well, take that, put it over yourself. Bless yourself. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And thanks for tuning in to the Family Tree.
All right, you pretty people.
All right, pretty people.
Can't help ourselves. Well.
Good night.
Yeah, good. There you go.
Good night.
All right. Yep.
Night now.
Come on. Do the big B.
Do it.
Do the big B. Who else is there? Come on. There you go, big B. Go Marcy.
Good night. See ya. Bye. Have a great one, everybody. Good number, Marche. Marche.
Go Rita.
Yep.
Yeah. Go Stephanie. Go Debbie. Come on, Debbie. I see you, Debbie. Oh, Debbie breaking me down, big B.
All right, now.
Amber doesn't act right good.
Go, man.
I heard that now.
Go back.
Get rock, my boy. Numbala. Destiny. Yep.
All right, Queen. See you, Queen. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate y'all. We're going to get on out of here.
Go, Mac.
See you on the weekend, Dr. P. Yo.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is the kind of groove you want, right?
Yeah.
You got this kind of groove. If you can't feel this groove, you better check your phone.
All right. All right, boss.
All right, we're going to break it on down. We'll see y'all. God
all right, you got it. Come on.
See you on the weekend. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. And information.
Yeah, buddy.
Love y'all. Take care.
You didn't count out, Dad.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good night. Thanks to the Facebook fam. Thanks to the Facebook fam over there. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Ball Big B.
Yeah, buddy. See you on the weekend.
Dropping this. The Family Tree. We're out.
Got it.